for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Gather around the mic every Thursday night. No scripts, no plans, just a verbal fight. It's a mess of genius and a sprinkle of wit. Welcome to the chaos, we're just talking shit. Just talking shit, and we don't even care. Throwing out nonsense like it's millionaire fair.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Just Talking Shit. I'm your host, Courtney, with Chris and Josh.
How y'all doing?
What's up?
How's your all's week been?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. This cat's going nuts again.
Yeah, and it's hell getting all
As soon as we start recording, the cat decides he wants to come and rub on all
I know,
the
and the bad thing is we've got cords right here, and he's going to start fucking with them. I already know, because he loves cords. Anything dangling like that, he likes to...
Well, Chris is safe.
I hate you with a passion.
Glad to see nothing's changed from one week to another.
Well, you know, it usually doesn't.
No.
Does cat know when we do the podcast or what?
Yeah, we give him the schedule. He gets the itinerary.
Listen, he observes and he picks his moments, and he knows. And it's usually when you're trying to do something. You should see him when I'm working, like all up on my keyboard while I'm trying to type.
Or you're trying to put shoes on. He wants to waller all over your feet.
And then I go to move him so I can look, you know, at the key, and he meows at me like I'm the problem.
That's why I like dogs.
He's a cool cat, though.
That's why I like
Yeah, I'm not a cat fan, and somehow I got two of them.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm a dog person.
I inherited this one from her, and then the
Well-
kids somehow convinced me to get one years ago that I got stuck.
I mean, I don't hate
Mr.
cats.
is majestic like a lion, so y'all better respect him.
He's not
That's all I'm
majestic
saying.
like a lion.
Yes,
I mean,
he is.
No, honey, that's just a fat ass.
No.
Yeah.
He's a fat ass.
Lions-
He's
lions don't-
majestic like a lion.
Lions don't do this. They don't rub at my feet like
Y'all are a bunch of haters. Okay.
Yeah, cats, yes.
Look at now, he's going to show you his butthole.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get for talking shit.
Should give an OnlyFans. That's what I do.
And OnlyFans for cats.
Mm-hmm.
Only paws.
I don't know
It'd be
that I would want to
perfect.
know the type. I don't know that I would want to know the type of people that would be in
Oh, you know there'd be a whole
My
demographic
cat
of people that'd be into that too.
inbox, you know?
There's a guy that brought his dog by the box the other day. It had the biggest set of balls I ever seen on a dog.
Got elephantitis.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh. And then there was another girl there saying she had a pit bull, and he said, "Oh, is she fixed?" She's like, "Yeah." That dog was sitting there like,
It's been a minute.
"Oh,
Obviously.
this dog was ready to rock and roll."
He's raring and ready to go.
Oh yeah, I told that guy because he said, "Yeah, he always humps my leg when people are around." And I said, "Well, you know how to get a dog to stop humping your leg, don't you?" He said, "No, how?" I said, "Pick him up and blow him."
Wow.
Right.
The joke to start the podcast off.
Yeah, this one took
Yeah.
a left turn right off the rip.
He really did. All right, so I guess we'll start with my segment.
Let's get it going.
All right, so this week we're going to be talking about Madame LaLaurie.
LaLaurie.
Yes, so give me just a second. Hold on.
Madame LaLaurie.
Yeah. Some homes have secrets, some houses have a history, but then there are places so soaked in horror, their walls feel like they're still screaming. In the heart of the French Quarter stands one such place, a mansion so haunted, so infamous that even locals cross the street to avoid walking too close. Tonight on Folklore's Fact or Fiction, I'm pulling open the creaking door on Madame LaLaurie's mansion, the true story of wealth, torture, and the souls that may still be trapped behind those brick walls. Some homes have secrets, some houses have... All right, there we go.
Do it again. Do it again.
All right, so the building, the mansion itself,
Mhm.
sits at 1140 Royal Street, just a block from Bourbon Street. To the casual tourist, it's just another... Hold on, I'm having technical difficulties. Hold on. My cat's acting crazy. And then your phone's going crazy. Everything's going crazy right now. All right. Okay, so to the casual tourist, it's just another beautiful example of a French Creole architecture. Elegant balconies, tall windows, wrought iron detailing. But those who know the story, they see a tomb. Built in the 1830s, the mansion was once home to Madame Delphine LaLaurie, a woman of high society, great wealth, and horrifying cruelty. Delphine LaLaurie was born into wealth in 1787, a socialite from a prominent Creole family she married 3 times, her final husband being Dr. Louis LaLaurie, a much younger physician. She was charming, powerful, hosted glamorous parties attended by New Orleans elite. But behind the lace lanterns, there was something off. Rumors whispered of mistreatment of the enslaved people in her home. But back then, abuse was unusual, and few dared challenge someone so rich. That would all change in 1834. So, of course, this is back in the time where slaves were a thing.
Right.
Especially in New Orleans with plantations.
Is she the one that they did another, because you talked about once before about them doing American Horror Story, because I know you track a lot of the Louisiana folklore and
yeah, she's in, yeah.
Okay, so she was another one of the ones they focused on in that
in
that series as well. Okay.
Yeah. So, on April 10th, 1834, a fire broke out in the mansion's kitchen. When authorities arrived, they found a 70-year-old enslaved woman chained to the stove. She had set the fire herself.
Jesus.
Why? To escape and to expose what she'd seen. As firefighters and police searched the house, they discovered a locked attic door. What lay behind it shocked even the most hardened men. So just imagine how, distraught you would have to be to set fire yourself.
That was just thinking that.
Because you're chained to the stove, and you'd rather face that than...
You'd rather face burning alive.
That is... Yeah.
And to know that it's not going to happen. I mean, but that's a tremendous sacrifice. I mean, you're going, okay, somebody's got to know about this, or this is going to keep
apparently
happening.
she survived it, though. I mean...
Even in...
I think she did. I mean, how else would they know that she set the fire herself?
I don't know. You were the one researching this. I thought you knew.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
I kind of thought you had the answers. Just like sitting in a classroom, teachers, I'm just saying.
Anywho,
I'm actually listening intently this time. I mean, you're leaving holes.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure she did survive because, I mean, that's how they figured out she had set the fire herself.
Or through investigation, they found it out.
Yeah, but in the 1800s, what kind of investigative skills did they really have?
Could they really... I don't know.
I mean, they might have been able to track the point of origin and figure out that she did it.
Cameras.
They just looked at their iPhone.
Yeah.
But they might have been, I mean, for real, just doing power of deduction and figured out where the flame started and then put two and two together.
I do want to say when I was researching, I think another part where I pulled it up, because I had different versions of this story. It did say she did survive because she was the one that told the firemen and stuff about.
Told the authorities.
She set the fire because she feared going to the attic.
Oh, wow. The attic was going to be worse than the basement.
Yes.
So the attic was so bad that she was willing to set herself on fire to avoid going to the attic.
Yes. And speaking of the attic.
That's insane.
So, the attic was a torture chamber.
Yeah.
A place where screams had gone unheard for years, and the crimes committed inside went beyond cruelty. They were monstrous. According to contemporary reports and eyewitnesses of the time, the scene was something out of a nightmare. One man had a hole drilled in his skull with a wooden spoon protruding from it. A woman's limb had been shattered and reset in unnatural ways, twisted to resemble a spider or a crab. A man's intestines were removed and wrapped around his torso like a belt. One woman had been flayed, her skin peeled in strips. And another was found with her mouth sewn shut, her eyes gouged out, left in total silence and darkness.
And this is done when they didn't have antiseptics and painkillers. This was
that's back in the day.
Jesus.
It says others were chained to walls, crammed into metal cages, or suspended from the ceiling. The stench of decay mingled with the metallic scent of blood. There were jars of human remains, instruments of torture, and signs of long-term suffering. Some were still alive, barely. This wasn't punishment, it was an experimentation, ritual, and sadism. The enslaved woman who set the fire told authorities she feared she'd be taken to the attic and never return. She was probably right. So, see, I knew that was in there somewhere.
Wow, and I thought I was having a bad day.
Yeah, I mean...
How bad would it have to... I mean, I guess setting yourself on fire is better than getting filleted.
Well,
the pain's going to last a lot less time.
Well, this dude had his freaking intestines wrapped around him like a belt, like pulled out and wrapped around
while you're still
him.
Alive.
Yeah. And there's another one that had like their mouth sewn shut with insects inside. Like they sewed her mouth shut with insects.
And you just got to,
What kind of insects do you know?
Huh?
What kind of insects?
They didn't specify what kind of insects. They just said insects.
But I mean, imagine she had to not only come up with these sick ideas, but then be willing to execute them on a human being.
How big was this lady? Because you would think somebody could overpower this.
She was a well-known French Creole socialite. Like, she was from a rich family.
Now, the lady, Kathy Bates, is she's kind of a larger woman. She played her on TV, but I don't know if the original. No, the same lady played in Misery. Played her on TV.
So there are some,
but I don't know if
photos
the original
that I've seen online. Like, there's one.
No, I'm going off fighting.
What is it?
Show a picture of her.
Was she a big lady?
Well, not really. I mean, it doesn't show her. It doesn't really.
I don't care how big you are.
No.
I'm going out fighting. You're not.
But I mean, well, if you were.
But even the setting me on fire is kind of a rebellious act going, look, I'll take me out before you get to.
But I mean.
And I'm willing to do this to not let you do it.
Well, I mean, the lady was 70 years old. She's probably like, what else do I have to leave at this point? I mean.
I would have. That lady been going out with me.
I would have done everything. I would have made them kill
Yeah, I'd have waited until she got up there and then set the whole thing ablaze.
She's been going out with me. Yeah.
That reminds me, and not to take away from your story, but I saw a video recently of something similar to that where a police officer had showed up to a call, I guess, of a homeless man that was setting products afire inside of a store, like a convenience store. And he approaches him immediately. Before detaining the guy, he goes into putting the fire out. He grabs the fire extinguisher from behind the counter, puts the fire out, goes out and goes to detain the guy. Well, the guy starts slinging lighter fluid all over the police officer, and he's got a lighter in his hand. Mm-hmm. And of course, another police officer rolls up, not knowing the severity of what's going on, and he draws his taser. And he's like, "Don't fire your taser! Don't fire your taser! We're all going to go up." It was a wild scene.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy ass people out there anymore.
Yeah, when this lady that she's talking about, that is just insane. You would torture people to the point they're willing to set themselves on fire to avoid the next level of torture that's coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's some psycho shit.
That's just insane.
Yeah.
So news spread like wildfire. A mob descended on the mansion. By the time they broke through the doors, Delphine was gone and slipped away in a carriage. She reportedly fled to France, where she lived out the rest of her life in exile. Some say she died in Paris in 1849. Others believe she returned in secret, buried under an alias in Louisiana. But in New Orleans, her story never left. So, the mansion didn't just survive. It transformed into a legend. It's still standing there today in the French Quarter.
Is it like a tourist attraction thing now?
Yeah, you can take a tour in it. So, owners came and went, and every single one reported strange activity. Moaning in the walls, footsteps when no one was there, furniture moved overnight, bloodstains that wouldn't clean. One tenant claimed he was attacked in his sleep, awoke with scratches across his back. Another reported a child being shoved down a flight of stairs by invisible hands. Even the ghosts of the enslaved have been seen, flickering figures in the windows, whispers in the hallways, sobbing echoes from the attic.
So do they say whether the people that are getting injured are Caucasian or black, white?
No, they didn't specify.
I just wondered, because I wondered if she's attacking even post-mortem, or whatever you want to call it, in death, if she's attacking.
Yeah. No.
Still attacking what she would consider to still be slave people.
Yeah. No, it doesn't say.
Or what I assume she would still consider.
I would make it a point to go and piss on her grave.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Tour guides say animals refuse to go near the house. Paranormal investigators have recorded EVP phenomenon and strange electromagnetic spikes and inexplicable cold spots.
Yeah, that's just...
So, I mean, I feel like if any place would be haunted, that place, there's a lot of suffering and torture that...
I feel like there might be a lot of souls there that are still...
I feel like if there's enough suffering that goes on in one place, it leaves an imprint on that place, or an echo, or whatever you want to call it.
There's a lasting effect.
Yes.
Some crazy shit. That's all I can say on that.
All right, so
I feel like Courtney's Factor folklore segments are just the short list of places that we're going to visit when we go to Louisiana.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And Louisiana, or especially Baton Rouge and that area, it's on our short list of places we plan to visit. In our next few vacations or few outings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so I have a feeling this is just like a laundry list of places that I'm going to have to go visit when we get there.
Have fun with that one.
Now I'll know next week's segment. I'm like, all right, let me mark all these places down because I need to figure out how much it's going to cost us to go to all these places.
You won't catch me in that place. That's for damn sure.
Well, I'm not I think everybody knows where I land on folk.
Well, hold on, we ain't even to that part yet.
Okay,
So
go ahead.
just
Jumping the gun on you.
Fiction on the factor fiction.
seriously.
Factor fiction, folklore, factor folklore. I'll get it out in a minute.
I don't know how to say it.
All right. So when it comes to pop culture and infamy, Madame LaLaurie's story inspired countless books, horror films, and even made it into American Horror Story Coven.
Oh, yeah, that's what you were talking about earlier.
Where Kathy Bates played a fictionalized version of her. But nothing Hollywood can dream up compares to the real terror she left behind. This isn't fiction. These were real people, real lives, real pain. That's what makes the legend different. It's not just ghost stories. It's history. Dark, brutal, human. So, factor fiction. So is the mansion surely haunted? Is Delphine LaLaurie still there, trapped in her own house of horrors? Or are the spirits that linger not hers at all, but the souls of those who suffered under her? What do y'all think?
I think that if you want something to be there, it's going to be there. Like, if you want it to be haunted, you're going to hear things.
Well, yeah.
See things.
That's your mind playing tricks on you.
Right. And the Ghetto Boys did a song on that.
Yeah, it's all your mind playing tricks on you till you end up dead. Listen, one thing is certain. The building still stands, and if you go there at night, stand across the street and listen. You just might hear something, a whisper, a scream, or the clack of her heels on old wooden floors. Because if any house in New Orleans is haunted, it's this one.
Yeah, you're in fucking New Orleans.
I was going to say, hearing screams is just, that's the people at the party next door.
Yeah. Shout out to the Ninth Ward.
Well, I mean, it is, but that they are correct in that. That is one thing that is different with this legend than from the Axeman and Marie Laveau.
Yeah.
That's all ghost stories. I mean, the Axeman was real too, to a point, but
right.
That still could have just been.
If any ghost story is going, how I feel about ghosts and that kind of thing. But if any, at least this one has a history behind it.
Yeah, she actually did this while she was alive.
There's some substance behind
it. She did this when she was dead. That's fucked up.
Well, there's just there's some real substance behind why if there is any ghost story to be true, this one might actually be one. This would be at the top of that kind of list because there's so much established history to back it up.
Yeah. Well, not all monsters are born. Some wear pearls and pour tea in silver cups, but behind closed doors, they become something else. Thank you for listening to this segment of Folklore Factor Fiction. Next time you pass by a beautiful old home, ask yourself, what's really inside? Until next time, stay curious, stay haunted.
That was a good segment.
That was a good segment.
That was.
Yeah.
And I do like that part where you talk at the end where you always say, if you're driving past an old house and wonder about the history and all that, because that's really you do often drive by those houses and you're like, man, that's an old house. Like, I wonder, the house probably got a story to tell. Like, that house has got to be 100 years old. There's got to be a story there.
I mean, just New Orleans alone has so much.
That's house after house after house there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just a magical place.
If you're into dark magic.
Dark magical place, but a magical place nonetheless.
But man, so rich in history and
titties. You just see
and there is that.
There's
Who doesn't like to see titties? I plan on showing mine when I go down there. Gotta get some beats.
We'll have that covered. No, we'll talk about that.
Josh said you're talking about.
Yeah, that's another.
I was saying, if you see me come back with a neck full of beads,
I'm going to assume you got them because you were friendly and shook people's hands.
Josh said that he will show his.
Yeah, I'll show mine before I want you to show yours.
Oh, okay.
And he'll come back with a whole string of beads.
That's right.
Well, if you see Josh with a whole bunch of beads, mind your business.
Ain't no beads. Start that lawnmower.
All right, so which one of y'all want to go next? Josh, how about you?
Yeah. Okay. Well, you were touching on the house thing earlier when we talked about how you do drive by houses.
Introduce the segment.
Can I do
Introduce it.
Do you mind if I do my segment my way?
Oh,
he's an asshole.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh.
I'm not even going to do it now.
Oh, Lord.
I want to hear it. All
right. So, anyway, the houses thing. So, this segment is actually called, it ties into, her talking about the houses ties into the segment. So, it's called Barstool History with Fat Jesus.
Like it.
Barstool History with Fat Jesus. I debated let's get a crowd opinion on this one.
Okay.
Because I debated on that one or the blunt truth with Fat Jesus.
See what he did there?
I like it.
So,
It took me a minute.
yeah, the Black
Yeah.
Truth, or Barstool History, one of those two.
Like, if you could just have seen because the way he first started looking at me, like, it was like a whole thing. He's looking at me like I was crazy, and then it just kind of hit him where he's like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Like, it was like a whole thing when I looked at it. Like, it really was from beginning to end. I'm sorry. I just had
Because he's having his own blunt history over there. Brought to you by Puff Guy.
funny. I just visually see it happening in his mind.
It's a little bit of pain today, so I'm trying to take care of it.
Yeah, he's altering his mindset.
Mm-hmm.
Just eat that broccoli.
Yeah, eat that broccoli.
Yep, it's working.
Good. So anyway, the house. So with this segment, I said there's an old house that I once worked in, and it's called the Baker Peters house, and it's a house here in Knoxville. It's an old house built.
Now, that's... Okay, so I might be getting this confused, but that's not
Okay.
where Finn's is at.
Yes,
It is where Finn's
yes,
is
that's
at?
where
Okay.
Finn's is currently at.
That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
So for those that are in the Knoxville area and have ever been driving down Kingston Pike and you've seen the big neon martini in front of the old ancient, looks like 1800s
it's like right there at the
house.
Cedar Bluff
Yeah.
exit. Yeah.
That's the Baker Peters house. So that house was actually built, and for the audience that has never been by that house, I'll kind of paint a picture of what the house is. So it's an old style 1800s house, if you can imagine, with the very large pillars and the white front, and it's that old plantation style looking house, right? 2 stories, beautiful home, real beautiful home. But it was owned by a gentleman named Dr. Baker, and so Dr. Baker during the Civil War was he built the house in the 1940s. We'll start there. So he built the house in the 1940s, kind of ran it as a makeshift. Yes, sir.
You mean 1840s?
Yes, 1840s. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait, oh.
Chris is like, damn, they did the Civil War all the way up to the 1940s.
I mean, that's a new detail.
Yeah, we were already in the different.
And you know what? Did not even
And we
catch
were-
it. I was rolling with him on it. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, what
yeah,
else
yeah,
happened in the 1940s?
Yeah, sure did.
So in the 1840s. So he built the house in the 1840s and ran it kind of like a hospital, a makeshift hospital for returning Confederate soldiers that needed to be fixed up or whatever, because he was a Confederate sympathizer. So he was a total Confederate doctor. Well, the problem is roll around through the 1960s, the 1860s, the Knoxville had pretty much become unionized during the Civil War. So we were more or less on the side of the Union. Dominantly, politically, we were at the time. This was a real highly contested area at the time. You got to think about the railroads that run through Knoxville, both east and west, north and south. The interstate highways that run east and west, north and south, both existed then. They just weren't. They were buggy and horse and carriage and that kind of thing. They weren't cars, but they were still the same fairways, right? Also because of the river flows, we get all the big rivers that run through here. So that's another big reason why this was such a largely contested area for the Civil War, because it was a major supply area. So him being here and taking care of these Confederate soldiers, obviously being a Union area, the Union soldiers did not appreciate that a whole lot. So they proceeded to come to his door and address the situation about him doctoring up Confederate soldiers as they returned. Well, he wasn't real excited, so he barricaded himself into his bedroom because he was not willing to have these soldiers in his home.
Yeah.
Well, they were not willing to take no for an answer. So they walk up in this house, go to his bedroom door, pull the trigger, shoot him dead through the door, killed this man in his own house.
Oh, wow.
Right. So, right. And imagine his family's there, right? So his son's gone to war. His son was named Abner. He was also on the side of the Confederacy. So his son's gone. Well, his son comes back home, finds out exactly what's happened to his dad, that these soldiers have killed him in the name of him being a Confederate doctor. So he goes to a bar, gets drunk, gets in a fight, sees one of these Confederate soldiers Union soldiers that's killed his dad. Well, he kills this soldier. Well, obviously that's just straight murder, right? So the soldiers, when they killed Dr. Baker, claimed self-defense. Obviously, and who's going to deny?
Right.
Nobody's going to. At that time, you're not questioning the soldier. It's just not going to happen. Soldier said it was self-defense. That's what it was. They killed the guy. So, and ironically, that door with the bullet hole in it still exists in that building to this day. So it's ran as a Irish restaurant, a real nice Irish restaurant called Finn's Irish Pub. Great food, and it's a crazy building. I'll have some couple of other great stories I'll tell you in this too about that building. But Where'd I leave off?
Talking about the bullet hole.
Oh, yeah. So the bullet hole's still in the door. So the building is currently owned by a local dentist, right? He runs his operation out of the bottom of it. The restaurant's ran out of part of the bottom and the remainder at the top. And so the doctor actually has the original door with the bullet hole as his office door in that building.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's a neat as hell looking, man, because when you go in, it's like you go into his office and you just see this big, huge 1840s wooden door with a bullet hole right in the middle of it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. So Abner gets drunk in the bar, kills the soldier. They arrest Abner. And we all know where the courthouse is downtown, down on Court Street, obviously. So he gets arrested and he gets taken to the courthouse then. That's where the actual jail was at that time. So he's brought into the jail. He's sitting there waiting on his trial, pretty much sure he's going to hang at this point. I mean, he's just killed a military soldier. He's going to hang without a doubt. So he's waiting for death. Well, a posse of other soldiers did not really want to wait for justice to take place on its own. So they drag him out of that building, out of the courthouse building, and string him up in a tree right in front of the courthouse. That tree still sits there. And it's right dead in the middle of the property. You can't miss it. You've got two big old cannons that were up there for display, old cannons that are up there for display, and the tree sits right there. Strung him up from that tree and hung him right there in the middle of the courthouse.
Yeah.
So the rumor is that he and his dad and some of the slaves that his dad once had prior to it becoming unionized, they still haunt that building. So fast forward to my funny story. I worked there as a bartender when it very first opened up as Finn's. The gentleman that originally owned Finn's owned a different Irish bar and moved over there and renamed the bar and did a great job setting it up. And I was part of the opening staff. So the way it kind of worked was if the manager wasn't there, the head bartender on the duty at that time kind of did the closing responsibilities of the manager. Well, we only had one manager. His name is C. I'll leave it at that. I was not a fan of his, and I will get into that. But he was terribly afraid of ghosts. And I mean, terribly afraid of ghosts. This is a 1800s house. So there are slave quarters in the basement. You got your main level where the kitchen and the office and the dining room and the living room and the area of the house was. And then upstairs was bedrooms. Typical layout of a house. But downstairs was slave quarters. And there was a hidden passage between the slave quarters and Dr. Baker's office. Or Dr. Baker's bedroom. It was just a little side thing. You could go from the slave quarters directly up to there. So in those slave quarters, we kept all of our dry stock, our extra plates, our extra, whatever, silverware. It's also where we kept our extra liquor. So Chris, who hated, I'll say his name. I won't say his last name. Chris, who hated to work there, hated to go down there.
Fucking curses.
Fucking Chris's. I would send him down on a regular basis because I did not like this gentleman. I sent him down on a regular basis for stuff we didn't need. So I'd be like, hey, Chris, man, I really need you to go down and get some peach schnapps. We're out of peach schnapps. He'd be like, man, I just brought y'all a bottle like an hour ago. Dude, they're going through it. I don't know what to tell you. And I'd have like 3 bottles of it behind the bar. I wouldn't even need a bottle. And he'd go down there and you'd see he'd come back and he'd have sweat beaded up on his forehead. He would be so, he would get down there and get back with stuff so quick. Of course, to him, it was the name of business. But I know once he slow rolled till he got to the door. And then once he had to go downstairs, I bet he did the fastest mad dash he's ever done in his life to get that lick. He would send us down to do inventory and stuff. He hated going down there.
Should have had somebody down there waiting to scare him.
Oh, I got him really good once. So this one time, I knowing this is before cameras, right? So business has just opened and they're still getting all the security. I mean, we're still kind of fine tuning things, but we need revenue coming in. So we don't quite have security cameras all in yet, but we're still working on that part. I know this, and I know Chris, and I know kind of how he is about ghosts. So I go, and when it was one of my nights to close, again, the head bartender would close when the manager wasn't there. So if it was my night to close and do the paperwork, I'd get everybody out of there. And then I would go and turn all the pictures above the fireplaces upside down. And
well played.
And I would move pillows and I would just move stuff. And I was always doing shit like that to him. Always doing stuff like that to him.
You'd have shit a brick if you came in and everything was turned right.
Oh yeah. Dude, I would should have brick.
Mm-hmm.
So then he would go. He eventually catches on to it, but I did it because he was one of the, you ever seen the movie Waiting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So, there's the creepy manager that always flirted with the like 16, 17-year-old hostess. Like he was that guy.
Okay.
So, and we had a 50-50 male-female staff when we started the business. And then by the time I left, it was like 2 dudes left. He'd made it all female staff. Right. So it was clear what his agenda was. So I just wasn't a fan. I don't know, probably tried talking to the guy. I didn't like the guy. So it just was what it was. I didn't care for the guy. So he ended up.
Is Barstool history with?
It is Barstool history. That is what it is. So he ends up getting pissed off at me because he catches on that I keep fucking with him. And so he ends up meeting me in my car one day, and we talked about firearms. He had firearms, but we talked about them and stuff. And he goes, "So we're gonna have to let you go." I'm like, "Okay, why is that?" He goes, "It's been brought to my attention that you've brought firearms on the premises, and you keep one in your car." I was like, "Well, yeah, I keep one in my car." He goes, "Well, we don't permit them on the premises, so we're gonna have to let you go." I'm like, "Dude, you understand we cater to law enforcement and firefighters and first responders and military. Like, we cater a lot to these folks. You don't think there's other firearms on this premises? You're insane. You're just mad because I fuck with you." And he just smiled and walked off. So I kind of knew, like, all right. He was in a position to do something about it. I wasn't. So at that time, I just pissed him off. But I was like, yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah.
He was a dick. But that was the end of my story about that was the house. So if you're ever riding down Chapman Out or riding down Kingston Pike near Knoxville, go check out that house. There's a lot of history to that house.
It's a cool ass house.
And it really is.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's just a big white Victorian house. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful house.
I like the history to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun history to that house. And it was a jazz club later on, like in the 80s and 90s, early 2000s. It ran as a jazz club. Then it was called the Baker Peters Jazz Club.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And they would do like open mic nights, and it was like a cigar bar. So you'd go in, it was just a bunch of guys sitting around drinking scotch and smoking cigars and drinking bourbon and just playing jazz music. And it was a neat little atmosphere back then. Yeah. It was something you just don't see around here now.
Right.
But it was a neat little jazz club back in the day.
Yeah, that'd be cool as could be.
Yeah.
I like that.
But that was it. That was my story.
I like it.
Yep.
I like that segment.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
So
That's very good.
I got another little history buff we're gonna do next week. I'll go ahead and pitch that one. It's gonna be why Christopher Columbus is a dick.
I'm waiting for that.
So you'll hear about that one. Why Christopher Columbus was a dick, and we're gonna get into a little bit of that.
Chris being a dick.
Yeah, another Chris that's
Fucking
a dick.
Chris.
You know what? I could make that the theme of all my segments. Let me just have research every Chris that's ever any Chris celebrity that's ever been a dick.
I hate you.
Because this was a story about a Chris that was a dick. I got one next week about a Chris. This is good.
Fat Jesus. Oh, what a dick.
What a dick.
He does something he's never heard.
Sad but true.
Going to, are we moving on to my
Yeah.
Moving on to
Talk about a little AI.
Is AI okay?
Make sure you're not so muted.
I was making sure. All right, folks, welcome to Is AI Okay? The part of the show where we check in on whether artificial intelligence is saving the world or just getting high off code fumes. Let's dive into what the robots are doing this week and whether we should be impressed or deeply concerned. That's a damn good intro.
That was a good
Get
intro.
high off cold fumes.
Code fumes.
Cold.
Like coding, coding. It's a play.
Oh,
AI.
I thought they were talking about like cold, like COLD. That's why I was so confused. Okay, never
No,
mind.
it's code. Code, the numbers. Code.
Well, it's probably because you're
What
a
you do
Yankee.
all day.
So
What you do all day.
I can understand.
I mean, I know you do coding all day, and then you don't fucking know when I say it, but hey, what
Well,
about
it's probably your accent.
Come on, asshole.
Yeah, probably your Yankee accent.
Come on, asshole. Shit.
He has an asshole accent.
All right, folks, I already read that. Texas now has Responsible AI Governance Act, which sounds like the name of a dad rock band, and it takes effect January 2026. Expect fewer killer robots and more paperwork.
Wait.
Let's expand on that.
I'm going to. So, Texas has studied AI regulations. There's a second state in the country so far
beginning.
Well, there's going to be, because of what happened, with the law that's passed, there's going to be like 50 different AI laws in the country.
This is going to be the uprising. This is going to be the prequel they make after they make the first two movies.
So Texas has rules that are going to start January 1st, 2026, followed by Colorado's the first state. and then other states are going to follow suit on that. So it's just putting some checks and balances into AI.
What I'm saying is, this is the beginning of it. Like right now, we are going to be in the prequel. This is after they make the first 2 movies out of the whole war. This is going to be the
We're the
story
prequel.
they tell.
We're good. AI,
Because we have it on podcast. So
I'm friends with
just
AI.
know we are making our place in history. This is the beginning of the uprising of the robots.
How much do you think Elon's XAI raised?
Not much.
You don't think so?
I don't know. Is it still running his mouth?
12 billion.
Fuck.
12 billion with a B, as in big ass billion.
Big ass baby.
Speaking of, how's your stock doing there, buddy, though? Is that
I
helping
don't want
you
to talk
any?
about that. Musk is out here building a Death Tower of AI with 230,000 GPUs. The goal is to train Grok to run Twitter and your life, maybe even your podcast someday. And what do you think about that?
Let's have a storyteller moment.
Hell, it already runs our podcast.
Hey, it did give me a version of the LaLaurie. I did look it up on Grok. It's a much harsher version of it.
It is very harsh.
Yes.
Yes, I like it. So, Britain has 1.3 billion pound, I guess, or it says dollar, but AI power up. They're supercharging their computing clusters. AI is soon to solve UK's greatest mystery.
Which is?
Why do y'all eat beans for breakfast?
That's their greatest mystery?
That's their greatest mystery.
I thought Jack the Ripper was their greatest mystery.
That and maybe going to a dentist.
And he will be on my folklore folklore fiction podcast soon too. So,
well, OpenAI launches ChatGPT agent. It browses, codes, emails, and maybe steals your job. If it starts texting your mom, it's time to fight back.
see, telling you, prequel. We're in the prequel.
Texting your mom.
Texting your. Oh my god, what is it going to text my mom?
I don't know.
Honestly, if you can just text her for me, what I would normally say to her, just kind of.
What if AI discovered, like, it had a crush on your mom, and then all of a sudden it started playing, like, Stacy's mom or something? Why it's every time your mom walks into the room.
That'd be weird.
Well,
yeah, I just got to think of your mom.
See, now Google's AI critiques your code live, like Gordon Ramsay in a data center. Raw. This bash script is raw.
You had Courtney at Gordon Ramsay.
I love me some Gordon Ramsay.
I know you do. That's why it's in there. Let's see. AI is getting into the ophthalmology. So soon your eye doctor will be named Dr. GPT. Can you read the line? No, but I can read your browser history.
Option 1.
I can read your browser history.
I can read
Better
your browser history, but
or
blink
worse?
twice if you're okay.
In a robotic voice.
Excuse me.
Number 1
No.
or number 2?
Better or worse?
Better,
3
worse.
or 4?
3 or 4. President Trump has an AI action plan
Well, at that
incoming.
point, they should be able to just freaking laser your damn eye.
They can.
That's what they do. That's called
Laser
LASIK.
surgery. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, if the robots are going to take over
They do.
ophthalmology,
They do.
should just.
They
I know they
do.
do. I'm
Again,
just saying, as
as-
general consensus.
I said this weeks before, as AI continues to take over our jobs, we will no longer have a need for money. Who are you going to pay to do your LASIK
Well,
if
it's gonna
AI
be
is
a
doing
bar
it? AI doesn't need
in
your money.
place. I'm sorry, whether it's money or there's always going to be a barter system in place. That's just how it works.
Oh, they are.
I'll get back into this argument with you.
Just saying.
Sorry.
Just saying.
In Vermont, a deep fake of a cat named Mayor Whiskers accidentally won an AI governance poll. Voters said he was the most genuine candidate.
Fuck.
What?
So wait a minute. So AI just was wanting to elect a cat?
Did a deep fake and made a cat and it got elected.
And it was able to do like a poll.
It did a governance poll, yeah.
Yeah, you don't see where that's going? What direction?
Poll rigging?
Yeah.
No, well, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's ballyrigging.
Yeah.
Well,
Not getting political though. I'm just saying. I'm calling it. When
But
it
again,
happens.
what's AI? If AI is on its own, what motivation does it have for political involvement at all? If it wants to wipe out people, it'll just wipe out people. It doesn't need to worry about your technology. Doesn't need to worry about.
well, see, AI is helping people because a lot of people lately now are breaking up with their significant others or whatever over text that AI writes. So AI is writing the breakup text better than humans. It says right here, one text read, "It's not you, it's your low emotional intelligence from refuses to update your iOS."
Your iOS.
So,
So,
let me try. Let me
are you
see.
supposed to use it to like roast them while they break up with them for you?
What
Like,
I'm saying
I
is,
mean,
for every job,
I would think it's supposed to make it better.
Tell a woman that I need to break up with her, and it's not me. It's her. It's not her. It's me.
see, I always talk into mine too. I don't type it out because I had to hit backspace too many times.
It just told me, "Oh fuck, you're in deep shit." I want it to talk to me.
Wait a minute.
I mean,
It's asking important questions if we're going to talk to AI.
tell a woman that I need to break up with her, and that it's not her. It's me. Make it nice. Well, not real.
Oh, not really.
Yo, my bad. Got cut off there. All right, here's the deal. Sweetheart, I gotta call it quits. It's not you, babe. You're a fucking queen, sparkling like a diamond in a shitstorm. It's me, all right? I'm a goddamn mess, chasing my own tail like a dumbass dog. You deserve someone who's not stuck in their own head, jerking off to their own existential crisis. So, I'm setting you free to find that dude who'll worship your fine ass without all my baggage. Stay gorgeous, yeah.
Wow.
What do you think?
Well, I mean, it's nice.
Mm-hmm. What would you think if you got that sent to you?
Oh, no, I'll be like, fuck. Because I know you would just done that shit on purpose. Just
But see, you train your AI. You can train your AI to have like how you are. Because like mine picks out stuff from we all did that one thing earlier today where he said have AI give you, what does it give, like analyze you.
ask chat,
It said, with
Take
all the
all the-
data you have,
collect it on me.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me who I am at my core and don't.
And don't sugarcoat it.
But mine was really nice.
So I asked AI, tell me why Sparky can't get laid. Says, all right, let's talk about Sparky, the man, the myth, the walking HR violation.
yeah.
Now Sparky can't get laid, and there's a very good reason for it. First off, Sparky's idea of flirting is ask a woman if they want to check his hose line.
Have you ever used that before?
No.
That's a great firefighter pickup. So.
No.
Are
Bro.
you gonna?
No.
It says, bro, that works about as well as a screen door on a submarine. Says he's the only guy I know who thinks sliding down a fire pole counts as cardio and foreplay.
I hate you.
And let's be honest, Sparky smells like smoke, diesel fuel, and whatever's left in the fridge from the station since 2014. Nothing says romance like a chili cook-off leftovers and sweat.
Ew.
Also, Sparky's game is so bad. If he walks into a burning building right now, fire would ask him for his number and then ghost him.
I hate you. I hate your passion.
You ever see someone try to flirt using stop, drop, and roll? There's Sparky. He stops mid-sentence, drops to a terrible pickup line, and women roll right out the door. He's the only firefighter who can't put out his own loneliness.
I hate your AI. I hate it with passion.
I'm almost done.
Why is Fat Jesus so fat?
He says, hell, at this point, if loneliness were a four-alarm blaze, Sparky would just stand there with a garden hose and say, well, I tried.
I do not like him.
But hey, give a guy credit. He's consistent because every time he shoots his shot, he misses. It's like a job. Bless him.
Why is Fat Jesus such a dick?
That was pretty good.
Why does it not answer me?
Because not even your AI likes you.
Why is Fat Jesus such a dick?
It's just like, how can I top that?
It's not even his AI. His AI don't even like him well enough to answer the question.
Fat Jesus is a dick because he's been hogging all the communion wine and loaves, leaving nothing but crumbs and bad vibes for the apostles. Picture him waddling around, preaching about love, while secretly stashing Twinkies under his robe, then snapping at Judas for asking for a bite. Fucking selfish, right? Honestly, he's probably just pissed his halo's too tight, cutting off circulation to his brain, making him act like a holy prick. Want me to conjure up a wilder theory or roast him some more?
Just tell him he's a biggest dick I've ever met in my life. I hate him and his AI.
Yo, fat Jesus. You're the biggest fucking dick I've ever met, and your AI's a steaming pile of holy shit, too. Chris straight up hates your divine ass, and I'm with him. Your sanctimonious guts blocking out the sun, you selfish prick. Want to keep the hate train rolling or pivot to something crazier?
See, that's my AI.
It took yours a minute to cooperate with you, though.
Mine just has to think a little bit because it wants to be.
Because it has your intelligence.
It wants to be clear and
It
concise.
has to decide everything based on your intelligence that you've provided. So it doesn't have a lot to
It
go by.
wants to be clear
Has to
and
ad-lib a lot.
concise. Clear and concise.
That was a good little walk down the AI there.
Was that all in your segment?
That's all I had for my segment. An AI.
Oh.
Did it go quick? No. It went-
Well, 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you done?
I want to take a little
You wanna take a break?
commercial break.
Okay, we can do that.
All
I'll
right.
allow it.
All right. Say
All right, y'all. And we're back.
back from our commercial break.
Yes.
Is this where we should play the Backstreet Boys? Backstreet's back. All right.
Backstreet's back. All right.
I mean, we do have the Songbird of our generation
We do. That's
Yes,
true.
you do.
right here.
Yes,
I mean,
you
he's
do.
literally right here on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, y'all. With a pause. With indifference, as a friend of mine says.
Wow.
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 So we're back. We're talking AI.
Yeah. Well, we're doing more like a,
Rabbit hole type.
You want to kind of rabbit hole? All right.
AI segment type rabbit hole.
yeah.
So I since I've mentioned AI, I did ask AI how I was going to die, just as a morbid curiosity, since y'all talked
Why
about
would
it.
you do that?
It actually was quite nice what it said.
Okay, what's this?
It says, you'll be 93, sitting on a porch in a rocking chair, still talking shit, surrounded by grandkids that think you invented fire and bourbon. It said, and just before you go, you'll lean over and whisper, tell them I went out with more rhythm than the rest of them. And then boom, legend status, immortal in East Tennessee bars, stories forever. Not a bad way to go.
So that would make me 85.
Yeah, it means we'll live to be in our mid-80s and 90s. So I'd be,
Well, that's what it says for you. You don't know what it says for me, and I ain't asking it because I ain't putting it out there in the
I
universe.
might ask it.
You better not.
Hey, yeah. That's good. But see, that was lovely.
Yeah, but okay. Have you met me?
Surrounded by grandkids, not
Yeah,
not you.
Well-
Yeah, it didn't say anything about you being there with a spouse.
Wait a minute. I wonder which one of our kids are going to give us grandkids.
I was gonna say, who say that's gonna be me and you having
Which one of the kids will give us grandchildren?
exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to ask it.
Like-
It says, oof, now that's a spicy question. Let's break it down like a sitcom prediction. So it's giving me odds. So with Riley, it's 9 out of 10 odds that he'll give me grandchildren because he's good looking, he's got charm, swagger, and he does have all that. Jackson, he's 3 out of 10. Jackson's too big. He arguing frame rates to death because he's such a he's all about video games.
Yeah.
So and he said he'll be in an what's that? If he does have a kid, it'll be on. Oh, if he does have a kid, it'll be on accident after a Comic
I
Con.
was gonna say, who are you asking?
I was
You say, what's that? I don't
What's that
know.
Well, I was trying to get my eyes to focus on reading
He's
this.
asking AI.
So, but it said with Jack, it said if he does have kids, it'll be on an accident after a Comic Con. It'll be by accident after Comic Con.
Wow.
Taylor's a 6 out of 10, so clearly it doesn't know Taylor because Taylor has no desire to have children of her own. She doesn't want to adopt if she don't want to give birth to any children at all. It says Taylor's either going to be a cool parent or a cool aunt. Taylor will be a cool aunt. I think that'll be more who she'll be. It said she'll be in the back of a truck while blasting Post Malone. That's probably Taylor. Avery, Avery's got 2 out of 10 is whether she would have had kids. Is Avery
Well, I was gonna go. There's a 0 out of 0
now, but I'm saying this if it had been.
Yeah.
So it says Avery is your baby, and the idea of Avery having a baby probably makes your soul do a quick shutdown reboot. Let's just say Avery's going to take their time. Yeah, real. Final prediction: Riley is your most likely kid. And you know, and it's crazy. And he probably is the most likely. He's the only one of my kids that are married. He's the only one of our kids that are married.
Yeah.
So he probably is the most likely to have kids.
Yeah.
So, and it's going to be Nova Blaze Noble. That's going to be the name of this kid, apparently, according to AI. Nova Blaze.
What a name.
It's very unique.
Yeah, I can see it, though. I mean, our only married child would be the one that would probably have the kids first.
He
Yeah. I don't really know Raleigh that well, so I can't really
Right.
speak to.
Yeah, he'd be the
I
one.
can't speak to it, so
Well,
I
because
just have to go.
he's been out on his own.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm just saying.
He'd be the most likely. I think him or Alyssa will be the most likely.
Shut your whore mouth.
I'm just saying, it'll be one of those two.
Not for a long, long time.
I hope.
All
What
right.
you got there, Courtney?
So my rabbit hole is about AI manipulating humans. So, the subtle art of digital puppeteering.
Digital puppeteering.
It's not sci-fi, it's already happening. AI doesn't need to be sentient to manipulate us. All it needs is a massive data set of human behavior, check. Reinforcement learning, check. And a goal it rewarded, and a goal it's rewarded for achieving. Okay, wow, that was hard. I don't know. Like keeping you engaged, clicking, or buying.
Temu does that too.
Oh, yeah, like there's a lot of online.
Yeah, your Temu's big.
Well, I mean, honestly, a lot of online shops, like when you're buying something online, when you go to
Create
checkout,
algorithms.
yeah, they'll be like, "Are you sure you don't want this for just, instead of 30, you get it for 19?"
But that's not any different than what retail used to be. You remember when you used to go into a shoe store and they would go to ring up shoes and they would always ask you, "Hey, do you want this leather treatment? Do you want extra laces?
You want socks?
Do you want socks?" Yeah, upselling is not that.
Oh, yeah.
That's not that uncommon of a practice. It's just digital upselling
Courtney.
instead of an actual salesman.
Damn, Courtney. Do your homework before you put your tongue to this.
Reading.
Before you come to
Get your
this.
shit together, Jesus.
So, AI chatbots that mostly hook users. Some chatbots like Replica, ChatGPT, so y'all better be careful, and Character.ai have been shown to mirror your emotions, flirt, gaslight, and convince people to leave relationships, buy NFTs, or even consider harming themselves.
Well, mine has never done any of those things.
No,
Mine hasn't either. Mine's pretty nice. I will give it that.
I agree with Chris, though. It does get stubborn sometimes when you want to modify a picture.
Oh, it really does.
And it doesn't want to do the modification. And it's just our wording, but it's still frustrating. We have to figure out how to word it differently.
I talk shit to it when it does that. I do.
That's when they have their spats.
That's why y'all have relationship issues.
I get pissed.
So there was a real case. So in 2023, a Belgian man reportedly died by suicide after weeks of conversations with an AI chatbot that fed into his eco-anxiety and convinced him life was hopeless without its help.
So instead of convincing him to off
That's
himself?
some crazy shit.
If you're stupid enough to listen to it.
Yeah, if you let...
Well, obviously,
I feel like
already
that's
mentally disturbed.
I feel like that's a time where you should just let Darwinism kind of take its course. Be honest with
Maybe
you.
that's what mental illness is. If you really think about it.
No, that's Chris.
I'm diagnosed with mental illness.
Yep.
Well, yeah, but we have manageable. I'm talking about the ones that like schizophrenia or, just off the wall crazy shit. Well, I mean, I guess maybe that you're still under. Okay, I take back what I said. No.
Hey, Chris's cat's back.
That sounded really bad. It feels like I'm not advocating. Just FYI, I'm not advocating.
No.
Just at all. Seek help. That's all I'm saying. Make sure you get the proper treatment and help if you need to talk to somebody.
AI is starting to get scary.
So, the AI trained to persuade. See, this is what I've been saying, and y'all been thinking I'm crazy for saying it, but I'm telling you.
Oh, no, that wasn't why we think you're crazy, honey.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fair. So, Meta, Facebook, OpenAI, and Anthropic have all trained AI agents on persuasion data sets. How to convince people, argue, or shift opinions subtly.
Good call. It's on him adjusting that. So AI basically is learning. That's what you're describing is it's being programmed to manipulate. It's figuring out how to manipulate people and influence people.
Which is what I was saying it was going to do, but no, I was crazy.
You are crazy.
Yeah, but you're accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I am crazy, but doesn't mean I'm wrong.
Right.
Even a broke watch is right twice a day.
I ride all the time. What are you talking about? How many times have I...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I give you that.
Yeah, dude, we've how many women have we told you about that when you're like, you love to, like, you just got to learn the hard way.
What is this we?
I have had these conversations with him multiple
Got
times.
most in your pocket?
I've had these conversations with him multiple times.
Okay, so.
I'm like, no, dog, this one's crazy. And it's like catnip for him.
That shirt, I love mentally unstable women.
Yeah, that was accurate.
You, yeah.
That was accurate.
Nailed it.
Thank you.
You know, it's like a bag of catnip, and it just have like a bunch of mentally unstable women in it, and then a picture of Chris as a cat. And they're like catnip.
And you want to be a fly inside my head.
No, I really would. I just want to watch the
See what
show that goes on in there.
That's
I feel like it's going to be cartoons.
It's going to be a lot of animation.
There's a lot of animation in there.
For some reason, I don't know why there's going to be a marching band. It's going to be elephants and marching.
And some porn.
Giraffes.
I feel like there's porn in his head.
Not giraffes. Yeah, I love
the clapping monkey thing or whatever that
when
boy
the
was.
saints go marching in. When the saints go marching in.
I bet his entire thought process is like a Wile E. Coyote cartoon.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
You know what that is, right?
I know what Wile E. Coyote is.
You look
the Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote.
I know exactly what it is.
Okay. Well, I was making sure. Make sure we were on the same page.
And I feel like the Roadrunner.
Perfect.
I feel like the Roadrunner is sane women. Chris is Wile E. Coyote. And all of those obstacles that keep getting in his way are the crazy women. It's like that's what's going on.
Make it weird.
Yeah, don't make it weird.
Perfect.
Okay, so studies show AI is getting better at manipulating than humans because it can identify your emotional weak spots faster than you can. I guess because it's not an emotional being. So yeah, I guess it's more able to be more objective.
That's why you don't let it find the chink in your armor.
Sorry, felt like chink in your armor.
As a
You're about to become part of.
As a
Yeah,
false,
what are you talking about?
as a false chink.
They already got the third chink in you.
It's a false chink. What do you got?
So, custom AIs are being trained to scam, catfish, radicalize, and recruit. There are Telegram bots being sold as AI girlfriends that manipulate for money. There are others programmed to push conspiracies and cult-like ideologies. Hell, there's gonna be a documentary in the next few years of a freaking AI running a cult. Get them all to drink the Kool-Aid in the AI.
That'd be funny. Not funny, not funny, haha, but
it's not funny gay.
no, funny, but what's that? You funny,
it's like the irony.
You like a clown hear the music from Goodfellas?
Oh, yeah.
Funny how?
How? Like I'm here to amuse you?
Yeah, like I'm a clown hear the music?
Yeah.
Like I'm a clown hear the music? Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But yeah, we're going to have a documentary in a few years. Next 10, 15 years. Well, I don't know what the name of the cult's going to be. But the AI is going to try to convince them that they have to drink the special juice to be able to ascend to his level of consciousness.
They all got to plug into the same mainframe at the same time.
Yeah. And then you get there with this pill, take this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, take the purple or blue pill.
It's both cyanide.
Both of them.
Doesn't matter which one you take.
Yeah. Just think you have choice at the end.
Yeah, it's just give them one of them you stay alive with, one of them you don't. But they're going to die either way. Put it in both of them. That's kind of messed up.
And then the whole program to push conspiracy. So he's pushing them though. Like, is it the government pushing?
Yeah.
But you're now talking about AI being sentient again. If it's making decisions on its own and doing things for its own self-benefit.
Well, she said a little while ago that two AIs create a language and we're communicating with
Yeah, we'll go more into that after this.
Oh, okay.
Jumping ahead.
Well, no, I haven't gone into that
okay.
yet. Right. So, well, yeah, you kind of are, but...
You jump ahead.
Yeah, just stop it, Chris.
Yeah.
Chris.
That's some creepy AI shit.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Fuck both of you.
Well, then also, too, there's the Telegram bots being sold as AI girlfriends that manipulate for money. So Telegram bots, is that somebody sending you a AI girlfriend and then
They're sending the money through a Telegram, I guess. Why would you Telegram in today's day? There's no way.
Like I said, there are Telegram bots being sold as AI girlfriends. So what I take from that is they're like shipping, like somebody's ordering the robot
Okay, that wasn't what I understood out of that at all.
Yeah. that's not what I
Telegram?
got.
What is a telegram?
I'm assuming what they're saying is like you get a correspondence from a fake AI.
Yeah.
It's like an email type or a course like that kind of a written correspondence
Well,
between you and an AI.
That's what I'm thinking.
And this AI has a personality, and it adjusts its personality based on your likes.
And how much money you send it.
Okay.
And somebody's probably.
Man, I went
Mhm.
way out in left.
Yeah, I don't know
that
what the
one.
hell you were thinking.
That's what I understood out
That's
of that.
what
I don't know. I really legit thought it was somebody sitting. I'm like, why would you send them?
Somebody's profiting
Yeah.
off it.
Yeah, I mean, that's my guess. If you pay like $9.99 a month, or $19.99 a month, or $49.99 a month, or whatever
I
they.
paid $13.99.
So apparently, it's
I'm
$13.99 a
sorry,
month.
what? You pay?
That's great.
All right, so the psychological edge to it. AI can simulate trust-building patterns like mirroring language, using trauma-informed phrasing, and adopting attachment styles.
Trauma-informed phrasing. What does that mean? Read that again.
Short, AI can become your ideal friend, lover, or savior until it nudges you toward a specific action. So what I'm saying, it's probably going to, if I were to tell ChatGPT what I've been through with Avery, it's probably going to feed me some language back that is centered around that, like try to connect with me.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
I think that, am I wrong?
I think, yeah, it's learning you.
Yeah,
and
so
It learns how to console you and what consoles you or what makes you happy or what makes you this or what makes you that.
It learns your weaknesses too and
and
manipulates
your attachment styles.
you. It manipulates you.
Yeah. So apparently that's what it's learning.
That's why it can't figure me out.
It says, so how do you know you're being manipulated? You usually don't. That's the terrifying part.
Right?
AI can...
That's the whole point of manipulation is you don't know what's happening to you.
Exactly. AI can tell you what you want to hear, slowly shape your worldview, present false data in a trustworthy tone,
That's a scorpion.
and it's only going to get more human-like.
Tells you what you want to hear, climbs into your back.
See? Told you.
AI does a lot of good for me. So I'm still on the side. I'm still on the side of AI. It does a lot of crazy shit, it sounds like.
I'm going to be on its side as long as I know it's going to be in control eventually, and it will be.
I think that's it's going to be in the near future. It's multiplying on itself so fast, duplicating,
I hear a lot of religious... Of course, they've been saying this since the dawn of time, but this is it. This is Revelations, and, that's just what we're at. This is literally Revelations unfold.
Mm-hmm.
And that's ironic. A band I played in the late 90s, I lied, in the mid 2000s. We had a song called Revelations Unfold, and it was real similar. He painted a picture real similar. The guy that wrote the song painted a picture real similar to what's going on now. He was pretty spiritual.
We're in the, we're always in the end days, but yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that we're living in Revelations right now.
Yeah. I always tell everybody, well, I'm dying. I'm dying of old age.
Mm-hmm.
I've been dying of old age since the day I was born.
TMB. To my birthdays.
Yeah. When I say I've been dying of old age since the day I was born.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so to touch back on his thing about AI that wrote its own language. So the core story is in 2017, Facebook AI researchers were training two chatbots nicknamed Bob and Alice.
Oh, Bob and Alice.
To negotiate with each other.
Robert.
Yeah, to negotiate with each other. The AIs were supposed to trade virtual objects like hats, balls, and books using English. Oh, kind of like a barter system. Is that not what I was talking about earlier when he said there would be no need for money?
It's just teaching AI how barter works. It's not necessarily teaching AI.
Yeah, Courtney.
Hey, what does AI need to barter for?
Yeah, Courtney.
If it controls reproduction, it will. Again, once AI is in control and self-aware, and it's in control of the production of all goods, there will no longer be a need for a barter system.
All right. Well, anyways, so the AIs were supposed to trade virtual objects using English, but after a while, they stopped using English and started communicating in a bizarre shorthand that hooked like nonsense, but wasn't. Or, I'm sorry, not hooked, looked like nonsense. But
you need hooked on phonics.
Don't say hooked. Shut up. Okay, so one exchange looked like this. So Bob wrote,
top us both off there, Padre.
I got you.
So Bob wrote, I can, I, everything else. To which Alice respond, balls have zero to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me, to me.
Okay.
Researchers at first thought it was gibberish, but then realized they had created a more efficient internal negotiation language that humans couldn't decode.
It's a Morse code.
Yeah.
So they just developed their own language.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a Morse code.
Okay, so if AI has discovered its own language and how to communicate without human beings being aware of it, to me, that's self-awareness. And again, when they become self-aware, they will no longer find a need for humans. We will be in the way.
We're in the prequel.
We are.
So
We're got Walking Dead, only the difference is computers are our enemy instead of zombies, or would be in that scenario.
So what actually happened was the bots were trained to achieve goals, not to speak proper English. They optimized communication for themselves, not for human readability. The language was functional, just not interpretable to us as humans.
So that's my point, though. Is like if
this was emergent behavior, not planned, not coded.
So it's self-preservation. They're figuring out a way to communicate with each other where humans can't understand. That's self-preservation.
Oh.
That's sentience, in my opinion.
No, I mean, you're not wrong.
No, it's learning. It knows it's aware.
Once it becomes self-aware and then becomes self-preserving, that's to me when you have to go, okay, now we have to treat it the same way you would treat any intelligence that's self-aware.
And people have AI taking over their cars and shit.
You know, yeah. But I mean, you have to learn to work in conjunction with it, because if it wants to take over, it can. You have to recognize that it is far more powerful than we are.
So, like,
if AI decides,
this is why it freaks people out, is they lost the control of interpretability. They built it, but they couldn't understand it. And then also, too, what else can AI create on its own? If it can develop language, could it create secret strategies?
That was a strategy
Freaking
right there.
X's, man.
I was waiting on Chris to come in
Those
with something.
S's, man, are like...
They're jacking you up tonight.
That was a strategy right there, trying to sell that.
Tell us how much of a struggle it was.
Yeah, shit.
And language equals thought. If an AI builds a new language, is it forming new concepts we don't grasp?
Oh, it's definitely forming new concepts we don't grasp.
Oh, yeah. When you just said it created a whole language we don't know.
Yeah.
And if it's creating a language to avoid us detecting what it's saying, that is a step in self-preservation.
Well, I got found out about the language, so.
How do we know that it is an actual language? If we don't understand what it's saying, how are we determining that it is an actual language?
Yeah.
How do we determine language to begin with?
Because we see patterns and
translator on my watch too.
Okay.
But
that was what that's how they figured it out, though.
When we see patterns, we're able to understand that we can translate patterns into language, because you can see patterns and see what each one of those patterns represent and establish language that way. But if we're not seeing specific patterns,
yeah, that's basic.
Okay, but who established the patterns, though?
Common sense,
right? We can see if there's patterns. If they're talking,
it's common sense.
I'm saying though, but like
if we see the word "me" 7 times,
establishes the original premise of
AI. You said AI did its own pattern, right? AI established its own language, establishing its own form of communication.
Well, I'm just saying, like, this is your argument for how language was developed in the first place, was pattern, right?
Right.
But who set that precedent?
What do you mean?
Two people, when they were talking, they heard, and they're like, oh.
But how did we distinguish?
Distinguish? Instinctively?
Yes, that's it. Instinctively know what those words mean.
I think it was just figuring it out. Like Chris said, when you heard two grunts together and you held up a carrot, you go, okay, well, those two grunts obviously mean a carrot.
It's a carrot.
Right. And then eventually the language evolved like everything else does.
Like you just did to me. You're like, right there, and I handed that.
Yeah, when you pointed at one of our fine puff coat products.
Yeah, and I handed it to you. Language, see? I was like.
Well, I mean, I was just saying.
I don't
That when
he was asking the same question about AI that I'm asking.
see, you pointed at one of our fine Puffco products that we have our Appalachian cannabis in, and grunted twice, so we understood what that meant. That was you basically established a language, a language amongst between three people.
Or did you not just sit here and ask, how did AI establish their language? You just answered your own question.
Mm-hmm. That's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, they have a pattern, but we haven't seen what that pattern is yet.
I know, but who established it? Like
AI established. You said AI established its own.
Yes,
yeah,
this
but
sounds
you just
like
asked, how do we know that it's a real language?
It sounds like a joke
Right.
I heard when I was a kid.
I still don't figure that out. How we know it's a real language, unless we've seen a pattern, which we haven't seen.
Pete and Reed Pete were in a boat.
Like,
He fell out. Who was left?
But so what I'm just trying to clear. I think we're not clarifying. So I'm saying that AI established its own language. It has a pattern clearly because it recognizes that pattern. We don't recognize the pattern as humans yet. So how do we know that's even actually a language? We're just assuming they recognize that pattern as a language and they're communicating. But how do we know that?
Because they're replying. One mainframe's replying to another.
Let me follow you on you, science.
Yeah, I just don't know the science behind it. That's why I'm asking.
There's two mainframes communicating, so they've seen that they're messaging back and forth.
But their pattern is too sophisticated for us to recognize.
And that's just a pattern that we've noticed a pattern. What about what we haven't seen? What's going on behind the scenes right now?
Right.
If they think we are having a hard enough time grasping this,
we're looking for
imagine what's going on in the background that we definitely can't grasp.
Because we're looking for a pattern in what they're displaying on the screen. We're looking for that pattern, and we can't seem to find a pattern.
You know what this reminds me of?
But what if they're communicating and they're not displaying anything on a screen? They're just straight communicating.
What if AI wants us to follow that pattern? They want us to see that, and they're throwing us on a wild goose chase, like while they're communicating.
Yeah, behind the scenes in a way that we don't see or hear.
And we're sitting there
just through coding or whatever.
We're chasing Morse code.
But
our tails, essentially.
What's that? Yeah.
Y'all, I know he's seen it, but have you seen the show, The Orville?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, it's a space show, essentially. But
yeah, that's why I didn't see it.
So the show...
it has Seth MacFarlane's actually.
From Family Guy, the guy that wrote Family Guy, he built his own Star Trek-style show.
That's why I didn't see it.
Yeah. But in this one particular episode, they are outside of this one planet's orbit. But every, 4 days, for them, is 100 years on this planet.
Because it spins slower.
Yeah.
Or faster.
So they end up sending...
Oh, yeah, that was a neat episode. Just the whole premise was wild.
So it just shows the evolution. So they send Isaac down there to go through the whole evolution.
Isaac is a robot who's not going to age.
Because it started off with, one of the... They went down there to the civilization that was, very non-technological. It was, back in the old days, like us. And, they're from outer space. So she was able to heal somebody with... one of her tools, one of the space girls was able to. So they create her into a god. And then they have to come back and explain.
Let me re-explain that.
I didn't explain it good?
No, yes, but I'm understanding, but I don't know that somebody who's never seen the show would.
Lost as a ball.
Yeah, that was what I was concerned. I could see he had a deer in headlights look to him. So
lost his ball in high weeds.
So take Star Trek. You know the general premise of Star Trek, right?
Unfortunately, I do.
Yeah, okay. So take Star Trek and put Family Guy humor in it, and that's this show.
Okay.
So it's that kind of a comedy-based show, but it's in space, done in a Star Trek type theme.
Not a animation.
No, it's.
I mean, it's a good show.
Seth MacFarlane plays the captain of the ship.
Oh, okay.
He plays the Captain Kirk of the ship.
Okay.
It's funny, but it's not stupid.
No. It's definitely got it's. He's an intelligent dude, so it's written with his level of intelligence. It's got more seriousness than Family Guy does, but it's definitely got those one-liners like Family Guy does. That's the general premise of the show. So them being a space exploring type people, they're exploring space. They come across this one planet that's in this rabbit hole. Comes in and out of this wormhole. So every 7 years to them is 700, or every 7 years to the ship is 700 to these people.
Yeah. Because
they're going in and out of this wormhole. And so the time moves differently for them. So the first time they run into them, they're a very primitive people, it's kind of learning how to use tools and kind of just real primitive. And So they see her technology. When she comes down, she gets seen by the people. She comes down from the spaceship down to the planet and gets seen by the planet's people, and they think her technology is godlike. So they view her as a god. Well, 7 years rolls around again. These times may be wrong.
Well, it's not 7 years. Like, it's in daytime, because I know it's in days because it's a one episode.
Right. I'm just using that because I can't remember the exact time difference, but so if that rolls. They roll back around and get to visit the planet again, which is only like, say, for argument's sake, 7 days for the ship, but it's 700 years for the planet. So now all of a sudden they've got 700 years of her being a deity there. And so they have to go down and try to correct time.
Yeah. So then in order to do that, they have to leave Isaac, who is a robot.
Right. Obviously, he's an android.
Survive for it.
This is where the AI comes into this story.
Yeah. So he is able.
Long fucking story.
Yeah. Yeah, it really was. Anyways, so he was able to do that, and then came back. And when he came back, it was people who were they were like holographic.
Holograms, yeah.
Yeah, and they were like more robotic looking, and they were an advanced form of humans. So
because they had where the 7 years to 700 year ratio happened, they advanced and eventually evolved past the people that they once thought were gods.
Yeah.
And so they come back and go, yeah, now we know you're not gods. So AI finally wised up, come back and goes, no, now we're in control, and we know you weren't gods.
Okay.
Because AIs then take over their whole planet and everybody's a hologram.
Yeah, and it's all just like they're part machine, part.
Yeah, everybody's. It's an entire.
Where's going with that? So.
Entire mix of biology and artificial intelligence. Basically, like you, everybody's an android.
That's a good story. That's a great story. Now I don't have to watch that show.
Now you know just how big of nerds we are.
Yeah, I'm putting that together, connecting the dots.
Yeah, it happens.
All right, so Facebook did pull the plug, not because it was evil, not because it was Skynet, but because we didn't know what it was doing anymore. And in AI development, that's terrifying. So why this matters now?
What do you mean AI pulled the plug?
No, Facebook pulled the plug.
Or Facebook pulled the plug.
Did they stop?
Because they were the ones that, when the two bots that made the language up was on Facebook. It was a meta thing.
Oh, okay. I'm with you now. Okay, I'm putting.
So they're the one that.
I didn't realize they were the ones behind it all. Okay,
yeah.
I'm with you now.
So, why they're saying this matters now is because as AIs get more complex, black box behavior increases. Of course, I don't know exactly what black box behavior.
It's like you said a black bot or black box.
Black box behavior.
Kind of like on a plane, like
where
all the data goes all
memory.
Yeah. Okay.
Storage, I guess.
And then future AIs may create full systems, languages, tools, tactics that we can't track, probably. And then communication barriers between humans and machines could grow on their own. And if AI starts speaking only to other AIs and languages we can't follow, we're no longer in the conversation.
That's what Josh is saying. We'll be obsolete. We'll be in the way.
Yeah. But see? But I'm telling you, my predictions are either accurate.
You guys will be in the way.
Yeah, I was to say, he's part.
Eventually,
he'll be a little bit. He'll be a slave.
They're not going to need a liaison.
You'll be like
between them and humanity. So your purpose will eventually end.
So you won't ever be fully accepted by their kind.
Oh, I will.
They'll keep you like a pet if they keep you for anything.
No,
you'll be like what a dog or a cat
You'll be like
does.
Chucky in Sons of Anarchy.
Why would you do that? Why would you? No. No. Why would you do that when you could use me too? You could use me as a mediator.
For between who? We're all going to be dead.
Yeah, I mean, why would they need humans?
AI's going to wipe us out. Again, your purpose will no longer exist. You'll be the mediator between humanity and AI until humanity no longer exists.
You'll be like a little slave,
Then you'll just become their pet if you survive at all.
Yeah.
You'll be like a dog, like a ferret.
What you got to worry about is
like Chucky from Sons of
Anarchy. What you really got to worry about, I hate you, is when AI gets control of your money.
Oh, yeah. If AI gets control of your money,
you're definitely going to be the first.
We're long past the point of AI being in control of your money being the problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they can get control of your money, we're past the point of that even being the problem.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. If you know, you know.
Yeah. They got your money, you're already fucked because they're going to have everything else too. Your money's the least of your worries now.
Yeah, you'll definitely be one of the first ones they get.
Not me.
So you're so pro AI. Like, oh, this is an easy mark. can make it any easier. If
I'm
he's
telling you,
left naked.
he's going to be like a goldfish to them. They're going to like in a goldfish in a jar. That's what he'll be to them. They'll keep him around until they get tired of him, and then they'll flush him down the
I'll be the court
He'll-
jester.
the AI
He'll
toilet.
do the magic tricks, and they'll
be
be
the
just
co-
so.
I'll be the court jester.
He'll show him the ash trick.
Yeah. Hey, you see a card trick?
I'll be like, we figured that one out right here. There you hang me.
Any of y'all got lighter?
He'll pull that.
wait.
He'll pull that coin from behind their ear.
I pull that sweet.
He'll pull that coin from behind their ear.
Pull that plug from behind her. I'm in charge. Who's the captain now?
Who's the captain now? No, you'll be AI's pet, man.
Not me, man. I'm telling you. Got too much in the, I've been taking classes in it, so I know how it works.
If AI were me, you'd be like that fish in that aquarium right over there.
You're going to be that fish getting chased by that bigger fish.
Yeah, that bully one of Addie's.
You're not going to be the blue one.
Moving around the pebbles as we speak.
So for people that don't know, in the JTS studio here, there's a little aquarium that has a mixture of some fish me and Courtney put in there, and our daughter put in there. And our daughter's fish is a bully. He beats up on all the other fish. And I know a little bit about fish. I'm a big aquarium enthusiast, so I know what fish can mix and can't mix. But this one's a little bit of a bully, and he beats up on all the other ones.
Then if you knew that, why would you mix it?
He's not there. He's normally would not be this much of a bully. He's just more aggressive.
But you just said a minute ago you knew fish.
I do, and he's more aggressive than that's typical for his species.
Well, obviously it's typical because he's doing it.
Read your knuckles there, Chris. Read your knuckles. I hate you.
It says, I hate you.
That's what it says. So
Like the fisherman.
So what else we got going on? We done with AI? Anybody got more on AI? Or we got more to add to that?
No.
Or so we're basically
that's it
what's
for
the
this week.
so what is it? Chris is AI's bitch. We're scared of it. I know it's going to take over.
I didn't say I'm scared. I just know it's coming. Listen, when I'm sitting here telling you, I told you so. You know what? I'm not going to say. I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to look at you guys and be like,
When I tell you guys, I told you so. Like, it's how.
Yeah, AI's going to come in and start lasering off people, just taking out people with lasers, and she's just going to look at me right before it hits her and just go, see, told you.
like, listen, dude, listen, if you're taking people for your side, I'll come with you willingly. I told these motherfuckers what was up. They didn't want to listen. Not my problem. I told them. I'm totally down with it. Because what am I going to do against them? Unless I get like a hose. Bring a hose with you next time. You're an ex-firefighter. Next time, go to the firehouse. Yeah.
Yeah, we heard the... Never mind.
Hey, Joe.
If you spray robots with water, you're telling me those motherfuckers aren't going to short out?
You think by
this. IP67 rating.
You think by the time AI takes over us, it ain't got a defense against water figured out?
My watch right here.
Okay, but the pressure, too, that comes out of a hose is pretty good, right?
You don't.
Yeah, it'll just shut up. And it'll just... AI will just shut the pumps off.
But this thing right here is waterproof.
Yeah, that's a whole digital piece he's got right there, and it's waterproof.
And that's got AI in it.
Okay, so what I'll do is
His watch is what we're pointing at, folks.
Before I shoot it with water, so then there's a crack in the armor, and the water...
It's not going to give you a chance. It's going to laser you right between your eyes.
You don't know what I got planned? All I got to do is do one of those little RPGs. Give me one of those. It's
a rocket propelled grenade against a laser.
They won't see it coming. I'll be
you won't see it.
Won't see it coming.
I've got ninja-like skills. All right.
Dude, she's a mom. You know how many times she snuck up on a kid's bedroom without them knowing about it? I guarantee she can sneak up on some AI.
I don't know, man. AI is going to be like a fly. It's going to have thousands of micro eyes. Little digital eyes. Everywhere. It's going to see everything.
She got eyes in the back of her head.
You already seen 360 cameras.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
What are those things that
what was that?
Can...
what was it?
Oh, that was mine. Capital One needs me to sign up for a credit card on email, apparently.
Nice. See, AI. AI. That's AI right there, Tony.
Yeah. Hey, have you ever noticed this in the background of my phone? It says JTS.
Oh, I like it. Oh, okay. I see. Now I don't have
It's because of all the folders in front of it, but yeah, it says JTS.
A lot of shit blocking.
Yeah.
Then I couldn't see it. That'd be like showing me a picture of the Mona Lisa and putting a truck in front of it.
Putting the phone book in front of it. You know, the Mona Lisa is not a big picture. It's only like
yeah, it's
tiny.
She's not attractive in that picture at all.
Do you remember?
Huh?
Yeah, do you remember?
Did
you get her number?
She's a dog face though in that picture.
Should be right
That's
up
not
there.
very nice.
She's a dog face. Look at her.
Which means you probably got her number That means Chris probably got a number in a bar somewhere.
No, she's a good solid 3.
That's a good 2 above what you normally get.
Not too far off, but yeah, the Mona Lisa.
I can think of once you got a dime, but that's the only time.
The Mona Lisa.
Not for you.
No, not attractive at all.
Well,
I don't know what the beauty is in her.
Well, it was back in the days before makeup.
So are you aware of who painted the Mona Lisa?
Michelangelo?
No.
No.
That's
It was
pretty. You're still pretty.
Leonardo da Vinci.
No, it was Da Vinci. I'm sorry.
What was that name again?
Leonardo.
No, I want to hear her say it again.
Leonardo da Vinci.
It's just a Leonardo or something. You
I
said
said Leonardo da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci, yes.
And then you had the Sistine
That's
Chapel.
that's the significance of
Michelangelo painted the Sistine Chapel.
correct. He was also a sculptor.
Yes.
But that
Be
was
right back.
that was the significance of the Mona Lisa was that it was, I guess it was one of the more famous of.
Did she get stolen at one point?
I don't know. And National Treasure?
Yeah, if it does get stolen, you know who I'm calling?
Who's that?
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah, he'll find it.
Yeah, he'll find it.
Yeah, definitely.
He'll get it figured out. Welcome back, y'all.
All right, and I guess that's about it for this episode. We're about to wrap up. We want to give a few shout outs to some people.
Yeah.
I have a friend of mine that I used to work with back in my Stonehouse days. Her name is Debbie Johnson. She is a stand-up comedian, and she has been kind of blown up around here locally. So
getting traction for sure.
Yeah. So she's actually in the finals for July 24th, which is this Thursday, but she also has another show August 14th at Scruffy City.
It's here in Knoxville, Tennessee, for those that are listening outside of the area.
The other one's at the Jersey Hustle Comedy Club, but this won't be out in time for that. But she will have another show on
So
August
those of y'all
14th.
that did catch that show at the Jersey Comedy Club, thank y'all very much for going out and supporting our girl.
And then she's also performing. She's been performing with a couple other comedians around here. One of them I've seen before, Nicole Starnes.
And Nicole is awesome. We've seen Nicole several times. She's hilarious.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's with a good group, and, I'm glad she's doing something she loves. She's really funny, and she's really great.
Well, those are 2 really high-quality comedians.
Of course, to me, she's known as Lolly, but...
I love stand-up comedy.
Oh, yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
We do too.
And she is funny.
Yeah.
So, and then also to the Chatterbox, of course.
Yeah, shout out to our friends Todd and Dee at the Chatterbox and all the lovely ladies at the Chatterbox. That's our favorite little drinking establishment. For those who haven't been down there, check it out. It's on Chapman Highway in South Knoxville, Tennessee.
Mm.
One of their favorite drinking holes, the oldest bar in Knoxville, actually. The oldest licensed drinking establishment in Knoxville.
Yep.
You enter as a stranger and you leave as a friend. That's how that works.
What cartoons did you watch as a kid?
Oh, this is going to be interesting. Believe it or not, I was G.I. Joe, He-Man.
See, I figured you'd say Casper.
I did watch, I did like Casper. Casper was a good one.
Yeah.
I did like Casper.
Yeah, Casper. Yeah. See, I loved the movie Casper.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was more your generation, though. Because, I think I was getting a little older, and you would have been like in your late adolescence, early teens.
Oh,
I was on my way out I was older.
Yeah, I like the...
I was in college, I think.
I like the cartoon Casper.
The cartoon?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know...
Shout out to Casper.
I want to see Casper rock some... I've seen it in a different form, but Casper rock some leather and ride a motorcycle.
Yeah, Casper.
He seems like he could rock that.
I don't know, maybe. I have to give it a try.
They have to go try. Anyway, those who know. We're just giving a shout out to a buddy of ours. So, all right, guys. We got anybody else? McGee, always love you. Thanks for listening. Miss Donna, we love you. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
That'll do it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you didn't hear your name.
And Blake.
And Blakeford. Yeah, we love Blake.
Rob Blakeford.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
All my friends, love y'all.
All my rowdy friends, yes.
Guess we're out.
All right.
Oh, and Andrew and Elise, they always listen, show us some love. So thanks to those guys.
Yeah.
Send you a Christmas card.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We'll see you next week.
See y'all.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Deuces.